Previously on The Naked City.
187 at 5810 Murata Avenue. Homicide wants you over there. The coroner thinks the broad was whacked using the army morphine. Don't say anything, Roy. Just get over there.
Oh my God,
Bukowski, you made homicide.
That I did. Good to see you, Phelps.
You two want a hug?
Ah, Rusty. Oh, thank God.
Relax, Rusty.
Some reprieve.
26 years old, fashion model. Found in the tub by the cleaning lady, Mrs. Reynoldson. She called it in.
Come on, Mal. Tell us why we were dragged down here.
If the victim was alive when she entered the tub, water would have entered her lungs. The water is violently churned in the windpipe as she drowns. The result is that a lot of foam is generated. This foam is found at the mouth and nostrils in almost all cases of real drowning. Notice anything about our Vic?
Her neck is bruised pretty badly. Bruising on the forearms.
Is that a bite mark?
These look like bite marks.
Very good.
Very unusual ring.
I could be wrong, but it looks like a black sapphire.
A
The
black
eyes are a classic
sapphire?
sign of morphine, and the bruises tell their own story.
How expensive is
I think
that?
one man held her down and another held her arm and injected her. They put her in the bath to try to cover it as a drowning.
And spread a trail of barbiturates.
Take a look around outside on your way out and see if you can find the syrettes. It would make my theory.
Quality English smoking jacket. I don't know anyone under 45 who would wear one. Barbiturates. What else is rattling around in this thing? We should speak to a doctor. Prescribing both drugs would make her life a roller coaster.
Well.
Mal will be pleased.
Well, that's hardly conclusive, given the number of those things we've come across recently.
I mean,
The autopsy will confirm it one way or another. I understand that you worked with Julia Randall, Miss Swanson?
Yes. Julia helped me get my job here. She's not in any kind of trouble, is she?
She's a hellraiser. She lives a fast life.
Oh, no. Maybe Mrs. Stanley would call her that, but I wouldn't. She's full of life, wonderful company.
That's a lovely engagement ring.
Do you like it? Henry gave it to
I'm
me.
very interested in engagement rings. Do you mind if I take a closer look? That's some pearl, Miss Swanson. Would have cost Henry a fortune. He must really love you. Dr. Stoneman, we are investigating the death of one of your patients, Julia Randall.
I'm very sorry to hear that. Miss Randall was in the fashion business, as you probably know.
I always stop myself.
Jumped up on Benzedrine by day and knocked down by sleeping pills at night. I told her to slow up, but no. Life was too short for her.
And you supplied the prescription for the Benzedrine.
It's not illegal, Detective. A lot of young women in her line of work use it for weight loss.
God.
You're the only person enjoying this, Mal. Get on with it.
The bruising confirms two sets of hands, so we have two killers. Death was caused by heart failure due to an overdose of morphine. Dead guy's name is Jimmy LeBlanc, career burglar. He came in this morning. Someone stove his head in with a
LeBlanc.
lump of 2x4.
So what? Good riddance.
I found two syrettes in his jacket pocket.
Wow.
Hang on a minute, Roy. We're listening now.
No sign of morphine use and no metabolized morphine in his blood. Scratch marks on his face.
Time of death, Mal.
Maybe an hour or two after the Randall girl.
So you're saying Laughing Boy here could be one of our killers? That's a hell of a long shot.
Thanks, Mal. We'll check it out.
I found something else.
Sorry, I don't play.
I don't know if it's significant. His wallet was empty. The only other things he was carrying were the harmonica and the morphine. Carruthers. Yeah, he's here. I'll send him over. They have a guy called Henry Arnett in interview 2 for you next door.
Henry?
Let me know how you get on.
Correct.
And thanks for the lead.
Sure, Mal. Thanks for the lead.
This will remain private. Heather won't have to know.
Heather.
Yes. We had relations.
Henry Arnett.
Some kind of traveling salesman?
Once I got out of the Corps, I used my...
You were in the Marines?
Sure. I'm proud of it. Fighting 6th.
You were in the 6th Marines.
Yes. I was a captain.
Which company?
Various companies.
Okay,
We had
well, now
lot of
that's a lie.
casualties.
Which engagements?
Okinawa. A
Oh.
couple of other places.
That would be all for now, Henry. You've been very helpful.
That's right, Mexico City. One-way ticket, please. Next to
One
Elvis.
way.
That would be 1 day from now. Is that okay?
It's going to have to be.
What have you got?
He bought a ticket from Mexico City. Tomorrow night.
That's good. But this is better.
Oh my God. It's Fabergé.
Should have seen the look on the pawnbroker's face when I told him to hand it over.
And now, back to the case. Oh, Hollywood 9,
Come on, let's give him a hand.
6:25 p.m.
Detective Phelps.
Wallace, go left. I'm going right after this little prick in the alley.
Oh, that's shots fired. I can shoot them now. Without hesitation. Oh my God. Hey, I thought maybe these were just workers or something. I didn't want to shoot people.
Throw out the guns.
Tied to you, motherfucker! Take cover, you lunatic!
I'm fine. Oh.
Come get me!
Kill a cop, and it's the electric chair.
Whew. That could have gone better.
Thanks. Outstanding warrant, armed robbery. Knocked over a drugstore back there, and it looks like he brought his whole posse with him. Bad luck for them.
They're all yours now. We need some information.
Ever heard of a burglar goes by the name of Jimmy LeBlanc?
Sure. I nabbed Jimmy on a burglary beef a couple of years back. They cut through a music shop and into a jewelry store. He got 4 years. I miss his partner, though.
His partner?
Big guy.
Big guy?
I had him cornered, and he picked up this huge display case and threw it out a plate glass window. Then he bolted out of there like something out of Barnum and Bailey.
Got away.
I would have had him, except for LeBlanc yelling, "Run for it, Willie!"
You think he
Willie?
was an acrobat of some sort?
More like a strongman, a wrestler, or a boxer, that kind of thing.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
Yeah, something
You
tells me
haven't
an
done too bad for
acrobat
yourself.
freaking wouldn't be able to lift up a display case. Okay, I guess we have to. So I guess I could have done that first. Instead, go down the list properly.
You're
but-
suggesting LeBlanc is still working with Willie?
A strong man held down Randall while someone administered the morphine. Someone with muscle opened up LeBlanc's skull. Could be.
Hollywood Police Station, 6:32 p.m.
We caught up with Mal. He's given us the dope on LeBlanc.
He worked burglaries with a big guy. Goes by the name of Willie. He might be our killer. Can you work boxing gyms, the Y, promoters, that kind of stuff?
Since when have you started giving orders, Phelps? And where's the burglary angle? There was no sign of a...
That's where our net comes in. Next stop, we speak to Lacey about a list of recent burglaries.
Guy's a bum. His office is a front, and he's behind on the rent and his phone bill.
And he's skipping town tomorrow.
Let's get him in and beat it out of him.
Do you want to bring in the killer, Rusty?
It could be too smart for your own good, Phelps. We've been talking about that, haven't we, Roy? Stefan?
Finbar?
Oh, you figured out his name too.
Sir, I need the contraband list. Items stolen over the last year.
Hang on, I'll dig out a copy for you. Here you go.
Thanks.
Is the cigarette case on there?
Golden cigarette case.
It's here. Arnett must be out of his mind trying to move this while under a murder cloud.
Hey, now what is this? Black sapphire ring?
Julia Randall's ring. It's here.
Beverly Eavestrom. Is there someone else? There's another one? No. I was looking for Eavestrom. We do have a pearl ring.
Even the engagement ring was purloined. Arnett is a cad.
Cohen. Silverware, sort of clothing, leather, candelabra, drinking glasses, silver pillbox.
Seems Julia wasn't the first bored society girl to hide her bennies in that pillbox.
All of it purloined? Stolen? I don't know. Well, go to Eavestrom, I guess. It's the only location.
So you and Rusty have been having discussions. Anything you would like to tell me?
Colluding?
Phelps, don't be so touchy. Rusty had his best ever clearance rate working with you. Even if the cases he worked on can't be discussed. We were just comparing notes. You're a Booneroo case man, Phelps. One
Booneroo?
of the best I've ever seen.
Thanks.
You gotta learn to take a compliment, Phelps.
Not from you. I don't like
A hopped up
compliments
model, a cad,
for
and a
you.
circus freak. Only in L.A.
Fairy tales of the rich and famous.
More like pathetic tales of the desperate to be rich and famous. Junkie Goldilocks and the Three Bears.
Arnett, LeBlanc, and Willie.
Don't you go putting the pieces together again before they fit, Phelps. Listen to your old pal Rusty. Or should I say Finbar.
I wouldn't call him that if I were you.
What do you care? It doesn't sound like you're the top of his Christmas card list.
He gives everyone a hard time. That's just how he is.
Whatever gets you through the day, Cole.
Eavestrom residence,
Nice house.
6:54 p.m. We got a maid and everything.
LAPD, ma'am. Is Mrs. Eavestrom in?
Eavestrom.
She is. Would you follow me, sir?
I am Mrs. Eavestrom. How may I help you?
So the
Appear to have
sewage.
recovered some stolen goods that belong to you, ma'am.
Yes, of
Quite
course.
a liquor cabinet.
That terrible burglary. Would you like something to drink?
No, thank you, ma'am. We have some questions, if you don't mind.
Why would I mind, young man, if you are returning 43 pieces of my property?
Okay, before we get down to that, I'll have a scotch. Thanks, straight up.
Maria, can you get the detective a drink, please?
List of
Can
stolen
you describe
items.
to us what was stolen?
It would be easier to describe what wasn't stolen, detective. A priceless tiara that has been in the family for 50 years. A Fabergé cigarette case that was worth $25,000.
$25,000. Wasn't it only worth 10? You liar! Overestimating your wealth.
Why are you lying about the value of your jewelry, Mrs. Eavestrom?
Who do you think you are? Making heinous accusations in my own home.
I don't know. I think I'm a smart man, kind of, maybe, possibly.
We recovered the cigarette case from a pawnbroker. No one knows the real value of an item better than those guys.
I inflated its value for the insurance claim.
Oh.
There. Are you satisfied?
Insurance claim.
My daughter's boyfriend was quite taken with the case. I think he was even more disappointed than I was when it was stolen.
What can you tell us about the burglary?
That terrible night. At least a year ago. But let's not go into that. Let's talk about what you've recovered.
See, not answering my question, bad cop. But you know, I wanna juice you up a bit. Accuse.
I think you know more about this burglary than you are letting on, Mrs. Eavestrom. There isn't an insurance claim involved, is there?
Are you accusing me of having my own home burgled? How dare you? What possible proof do you have for this scandalous remark?
It's nothing personal. I'm just doing my job. You understand that? I get the sense that you're worried about something, Mrs. Eavestrom.
I have
Oh,
already
goddamn.
received the insurance claim, Detective. Is there any way we could keep the return of these items discreet?
I'm washed. It's all gone
That's
off.
about it for now, Mrs. Eavestrom. The department will get in touch and let you know how you can recover your
It was
valuables.
true.
You have only mentioned a few of the items that have been stolen, Detective. What else has been recovered?
You see, Phelps? That's why you get the drinks in early.
Hello, Mother.
Mother,
Hello, detectives.
you.
What is going on?
We'd like to ask exactly the same question.
You have met my daughter?
This morning at work. Oh, mother and father divorced. I took my father's name.
The detectives recovered some of the things
But yet
that
you
were
live
stolen.
with your mother?
What did you find?
A sapphire ring on the corpse of Julia Randall.
What are you talking about?
Your engagement ring, Miss Swanson. Would you be surprised to know that it was part of the proceeds of a burglary?
That's an outrageous allegation.
Yes, it is. I suggest we go straight to Henry Arnett's place and sort this mess out.
Straight there. No stops. Okay, I was gonna be like, how am I supposed to know where to go?
We're missing something here. Arnett is obviously arranging the burglaries.
That's my fiance you're making scurrilous accusations about.
Scurrilous.
And Randall was
That
obviously
word
his
again.
partner.
But neither of them are the type to creep apartments.
You're being ridiculous. Both of you. There's a very good explanation for all of this.
Put a
I
sock in
bet.
it, sister. You're being played for a patsy and you're not even smart enough to see it.
Ooh. I would love if we could get a crime right now and we just take her to a freaking shootout. Stay in the car. You'll be fine. Arnett's apartment, 7:29 p.m.
Come on, sister. Let's find out who your fiance really is.
Welcome, sir. I'm sorry, are you a resident?
LAPD detectives. We're here to speak to Henry Arnett.
Oh, Mr. Arnett? Apartment 30. You can take the lift.
Thank you.
What if I don't want to?
Well, isn't this just nice and awkward?
Extremely. Oh. Oh.
Stop!
Don't
LAPD!
kill him, Cole. This guy's our case. Go on,
Put
get
your
after
hands
him.
in the air! Give it up! LAPD!
Freaking hell, they climbed that so fast.
Don't make me chase you!
My hair! Why am I so bad? He could have gotten away at this point. Uh-oh. Jesus.
Looks like he got you good, Phelps.
Yeah, he really packs a wallop. How did I get back here?
Under your own steam, miraculously. You came in through the window, said hello, and then keeled over.
How was Arnett?
He's coming around, too. He's all hopped up. Good time to get some answers.
You missing something, Henry?
What is in here?
You told Heather you're honeymooning without her? Vacheron Constantine. That's an extremely expensive watch, Henry.
Dare I say it might be on the
A
list?
graduation present from my parents.
Sure. Okay, that's everything. So tell me about the professional burglary
We know all
ring.
about the jewelry ring. You and Randall and LeBlanc and Willie doing the legwork.
I'm in the fashion business.
I don't believe you. Accused for
You're
fun.
lying, Henry.
How can you prove that I'm involved, Detective?
I mean, would the freaking jewelry you've been giving out, the pearl ring, that was stolen, or the Fabergé case that was stolen? Yeah, I think this is our best bet.
Because you pawned a Fabergé cigarette case today for $600. A case that is on a list of stolen items.
It was Julia's idea.
Oh.
Get a list of society parties and find out where and when, and then have the guests burgled. Julia was desperate for money. No matter how much we made, she always wanted more.
Ooh.
Why did Reed and LeBlanc kill Julia Randall?
I wanted to stop, to get out of that life. I was going to marry Heather if she'd have me. Julia told the others that they were out, that she was going to create a new gang.
Julia's gonna create a gang?
You're lying, Arnett. I think you ordered them to kill her.
Oh.
It was made to look like suicide, and when the coroner saw through that, you knew it was time to run.
I told you I was involved in the burglaries. I had nothing to do with Julia's death. Why would I need to run?
I mean, why would you, huh? This one-way train ticket purchased by you to go to Mexico. That's suspicious.
Have you told Miss Swanson that you're leaving for Mexico City tomorrow night? That it's a one-way ticket?
Henry? Tell me it isn't true.
I had no choice. I wanted to marry Heather. I told Julia I wanted out, and she laughed in my face.
Oh, you
I had to pay
peeked the
Willie and
mic.
Jimmy a fortune to do her, and now I'm completely broke.
What you are, Buster, is under arrest.
Who is Henderson, and what is his involvement?
Tell them what you know, Henry. I'll stand by you if you'll only tell the truth.
There is no Henderson.
There is a Henderson.
Tell me about your first burglary, and don't lie.
I can't remember. I don't keep a list of these things.
And so I would have to show him a list. I mean, this is the only list. Yeah, well, you know what? I'm already one question down. What's one more, if this is wrong?
Your first burglar was a
Ah.
Dr. Harold Stoneman. You want to explain how he is involved, or shall I?
Henderson is Stoneman. He was crazy about Julia. She could get him to do whatever she wished. He threw the parties, and we arranged the burglaries.
Oh.
Julia never let him touch her. She just kept him hanging on the promise. Drove the good doctor almost insane.
Henry Arnett, you are under arrest for burglary and for the murder of Julia Randall.
Henderson is Stoneman, all right? I'm not the guy you want. Go talk to the good doctor.
Oh, we will, knucklehead. Meanwhile, we're fitting you for convict stripes.
Oh my god, frickin' hell. I don't think that was supposed to happen. Well, back to Stoneman. Wait a minute. Wasn't Stoneman like above over here? Up top? He freaking erased it and rewrote everything to just cross it off, so then he could put Stoneman's location at the very bottom. Cold. Jesus. You go above and
I
beyond.
guess the wedding's off.
He only robbed her mother and killed her best friend. Cut the guy some slack.
So how does the doctor fit in?
That's what we're about to find out. Maybe we should ask him to give you a quick once-over. That meathead gave you one hell of a pasting.
I've had worse.
You should have seen yourself staggering back in there like a drunken sailor.
Next time you can take the runner, Roy.
I didn't box in the Marines, though, did I?
I should have never told you that.
Yeah, well, you know what? I would be a fan of seeing your guts spilled on the outside. Maybe I should have not killed the werewolf and had him kill you. Okay. Well, we're here. Didn't frickin' pop anything up. I had to park myself? What the hell?
Time for the doctor to give us something to make this all better.
The truth. Am I right, Roy? He wouldn't know the truth, to be honest.
Hang on a moment, sister. Tell him it's Henry Arnett. And tell him it's urgent.
I can't do that.
Tell him, or I'll charge you with obstruction of justice.
Doctor, I'm afraid Mr. Arnett is here to see you, and he says it's urgent.
Send him in.
Send him in. Now he
I
sounds
told
so
you never to
serious.
come. Tell us the truth, Doctor.
Never to come? Oh, no.
I'm so glad you came.
Oh, now I came.
Prison will be better than insanity, and I'm already half insane with grief. Do you know that I loved her? I ruined my life for her, and yet I still love her.
Will you testify in court that Arnett and Randall did these robberies?
They organized the robberies. Julie would get the names of the guests attending my wife's parties. Didn't matter how much money I showered upon her, it was never enough. She never really cared for me.
Doctor, I'm afraid you're under arrest.
Oh, the practice. You'll call Dr. Gerard. No. Please don't cry. I want to see no one. Not my wife or my children, nor my friends. And I don't want a lawyer. Just lock me up and throw away the key.
Why are you so close to that open window, man?
What have I done?
Oh. Okay. Well,
Didn't see that coming.
That's why you don't freaking have your suspect by an open window. That is a few stories up.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
I need an ambulance and the coroner immediately to the offices of Dr. Harold Stoneman, 1646 Ivor Street, Hollywood.
En route, Detective. You have a message.
Yes.
Detective Bukowski says the suspect is named Wilson Willie the Wolf Reed, former wrestler. Last known address is an apartment building at the corner of Hollywood and Vine. Detective Bukowski says to meet them there.
On our way.
Okay. Anyway,
We have an address for the runner.
Let's try and wrap this up then.
have a good day. I think that went smoothly. Don't you, Roy? Huh?
That old boy really fell for that broad.
She was incredibly beautiful, Roy.
Would you throw it all away for a woman?
Life has a way of making you pay for your pride.
You're quite the romantic, Phelps. Stick with the percentages. Broken hearts are for chumps.
You're talking from experience.
I certainly am. Oh, I like women as much as the next guy. As long as they're in their place and doing what they're told. Thank God I didn't park there.
You're so funny. Yeah.
Isn't he
I
the
would
cop
not.
who won a medal in a
Once again, I would not look at a dead body, let alone one that freaking jumped from a building. But that's just me, you know. Oh man, he was right over here. Okay. They're all so close together. Interesting. Willie's apartment, 1 a.m. The Broadway, Hollywood.
He's around here somewhere. A big guy. Neighbors say he always wears basketball shoes and a cream jacket. And
Cream
get
jacket.
this. Kids around here say he plays the harmonica.
Find a game well and have the commander set up a dragnet. We want the area closed off. We'll take this side of the street.
A
7th
harmonica playing wrestler. That's a weird one. Think he knits as well?
Just keep your eyes open and your mouth shut. We don't want him to bolt on us.
I see no 7th Street, but I'll go this way, I guess.
Wait. Pull. You hear that?
Oh, I hear harmonica. Can you hear that, though? I'll have to check recording after I'm done.
Wilson Reed, LAPD, give yourself up.
Ooh. Oops. Oh, there he went. You following, Roy? Okay. Hey. Nope. Roy, I kill first. God damn it, Roy. I don't like being that close to you. I'll be honest. Ugh. Don't tell me he's gonna jump too. This is pretty freaking high up.
Hold hold it. He's got to be around here somewhere. No place to go unless he grew wings.
Didn't this case start with the Hollywood?
Son of a bitch.
Jesus Christ. Oh. All it took was a headshot.
Son of a bitch really picked a spot for it up here, didn't he? Julia Randall's folks are flying in from New York tomorrow to claim the body. I saw her on the slab. So perfect. Looked like she was made of porcelain. She really made an impression on me.
Okay, I'm a little creeped out by everyone saying a dead person is pretty.
Christ, it's cold. You guys did good work here today. Roy, I think you should buy your brother officers a drink.
Do you now? That's very generous of you, Lieutenant.
Yeah, I'll buy the most expensive drink. Lanaka City. Oh my god, 4 stars. I'm washed. What can I say? That one frickin' question I got wrong threw me off. Julia Randall lived fast and died young, sending 1 man to jail and 3 to the morgue. Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode, you beautiful bastards. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
We're being overrun. We have to get off of this hill.
That's one of our 50 cows still firing, Cole. The 22nd are still fighting.
It's over, Cole. Looks like you're one of the lucky ones.
Say goodbye to your friend Hank, Jack.
He was your friend too, Cole. Is this how you're going to leave him? Are you wounded?
Scratch, Kelso.
Well, get up and get out of that fucking hole! Find a stretcher while you're at it so we can get him out of here.
Who's the senior officer here?
I guess that's you, Cole.
You were up here all night?
Yes, sir.
And your command?
Gone, sir.
Sorry to hear that, son. God damn it, we have beaten these bastards back. It's the beginning of the end, and it was one here. You're a goddamn hero, son. What's your name?
Lieutenant Phelps, sir.
I'm recommending you for the Silver Star and promoting you to First Lieutenant.